It's not the first time people are dying during protest. It has happened during the time of the CS for Nigeria. Do you think there's something else that can be done maybe so that people can just protest peacefully without
bear in mind, I'll start with the second question. Bear in mind, I was the Minister for Interior when former Prime Minister Raila Odinga went to Uhuru Park to swear himself in. Not a single bullet was shot that day. Not a single Mwananchi was injured. Against the advice and the pressure by even some of the people in power today that we should behave otherwise. President Kenyatta refused. I refused as the Minister for Interior, and we didn't have a problem. Responsible policing is something that this country has invested in very heavily. I mean, we have, some of you may not know, we have a security compact with several countries. Security compact is mainly a training and support program with several governments that support our security sector in terms of training, riot control, crowd management, and so on and so forth. Responsible policing is something that we have worked on since almost independence. Even before I became Minister for Interior myself, this has been going on. And there is also, regulations called standing orders on how police are supposed to conduct their affairs. In most cases, to be honest with you, for the entire time I was there, and I've noticed, the police try the best they can to respect those standing orders. The difference, I think, here is, as I said, the politicization of the security responsibilities. Somebody somewhere in this whole arrangement is supporting the deployment of goons and criminals side by side with what the police are doing. And in that process, people get injured. In some cases where the police may be blamed, it's probably these goons and these thugs, some of them supported by leaders, others who brag very openly and so on and so forth. So that's why I've said several times, and I would like to say again, I know most of our leaders in the security sector. Many of them are actually serious people. They are honest, serious people. They are good officers. They need to be allowed, they need to be given an opportunity to do their work without undue political pressure. When you hear these kind of political statements that are being made, irresponsible, reckless political statements being made, they are meant to intimidate and sometimes push the security sector in a particular direction. If the police were left to act objectively, their leaders were given the way they need to act, some of the issues we are dealing with will not happen. But when mistakes happen and when challenges happen, such as people die and force is used disproportionately, the law is very clear. Investigations ought to be done. Those who are involved are brought to book, because we are a rule of law country. There are officers who were involved when I was minister myself in some cases. In some other cases, investigations have been done and the process of prosecution is going on. In some cases, even punishment has already happened. We have no security anywhere else except in the law. All of us, because you see, we can't all be ministers, we can't all be police officers. Today it's me, tomorrow it's you. We are all equal before the law, and we will be protected by the law. We say, let's follow the law. That's what we're asking our colleagues to do. As for whether or not there's any wisdom I have, the wisdom I have is to ask them to leave. Because the level of damage they have done to the country is irredeemable. And more painful, especially because I know and I understand the capacity of our country. I know what my country can do. I know what the people in this country can do. I've worked with so many public servants. I know what some of these senior public servants can do in an environment where they are given proper political support and there is will to do good. But right now, I've never seen, for the time that I have been paying attention, I never knew a time when there was such resentment even within the security sector teams themselves. And how do we know, ordinary citizens? Because now they are talking about it. Even politicization of deployment. People are lined up, in X number of commands in Nairobi. X number of them are placed in one ethnic community and so on, which you can tell clearly the reasons why it's being done. So they are not happy themselves. We are not happy, and that's why we think the best they could do to this country is to do a decent thing, and they know what the decent thing is. Yes, sir.
You say that they should listen to the leaders, but more often you see when the leaders speak, there's a section of other leaders, they say yes, so also basically the leaders, because there's a trend of a pattern of divide and rule. Suddenly the section of leaders speaks and advises already meets another section of leaders, says all leaders, and in fact, seen even some religious leaders being told you did not came out and say this when the war was on the government. So there's also blame them, even with the same religious leaders, and divide them. So what's your message to the religious leaders so that we have a country where religious leaders can speak in one voice?
Listen to Kenyans, whether they are religious leaders, academics, civil society leaders, Mama Mboga group leaders. Listen to the people of Kenya. That's all we are saying. And when you listen to them, we are a democracy. People have a right to express themselves how they please. But when people ask questions again and again of our government, it's only logical that that government at least pays attention to the questions and the issues that are being asked and avoids deflection, deflecting or trying to take away the attention from the issues to irrelevant tribal issues and dragging in the retired president and his family in cases where, honestly speaking, he is absolutely innocent. Final one, because we said 3.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Just to